Hey everybody, David here, and happy Valentine's Day to you all who celebrate Valentine's Day. Single people like myself, unfortunately, aren't that lucky on this day. This day is a day we dread. But guess what? I'm going to be shipping some couples anyways, movie couples or TV couples. Movie. Movie couples that I would like to see get together and have kids, because why not? Just for fun. That's why. So let's start off. I have 10 names here, or 20 names if you count them by twos, that I'm grouping together that I would ship together, because why not? And I'm sure some of these, I know some people out there ship these characters as well too. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to have just a little discussion. Why not? And hey guys, comment below and ship your characters. It doesn't have to be the characters that I'm picking. Maybe there's other characters shipping, there's fans of every TV shows that always want shipping relationships. So why not? Elicity from Arrow, people love that shipping. Some people love them, some people hate them. So go with yours, the 10 that you would like to see. It doesn't have to be 10, but you know what I'm saying. So let's get right into this. At number 10, I have Thor and Valkyrie. That's right, Thor Ragnarok, Tessa Thompson, and Chris Hemsworth had great chemistry together. And I'm just like, yeah, sure, get rid of Jane Foster. Give us this relationship, because this is so much better than whatever we had before. Now, I believe Valkyrie is bi, so that works out well. That means she could go either way. So, yeah, sure, give me a Thor and Valkyrie shipping relationship. I would love that. I think we're going to get more of it, sort of, with Men in Black International. Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson are teaming up once again later this summer, so that's going to be a lot of fun, seeing them play off each other once more. So, yeah, moving on to number 9. This is going to be a weird one for some people, of Lord of the Rings fans. Galadriel and Gandalf. If you are a fan of the Lord of the Rings franchise, you're going, what? No! And I'm saying yes, because if you watch that first Hobbit movie, I'm telling you, there is in a couple of scenes in that trilogy, there are some moments I feel like Gandalf and Galadriel could have had a relationship. And I keep thinking, was there a relationship? I wouldn't mind if they were in a relationship. I even had this debate with my parents while having the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings marathon earlier this year, and my mom was like, no, they're only friends. And I'm like, come on, look, there's a potential there for a relationship to blossom. But look, hey, fans of the books, I know, are going to kill me for this and say, this doesn't happen in the books, so it's not real, stop it. And I'm going to say, yeah, well, there was some nice flirtation going on there, I don't know. So moving on to the next names on my list, I have Bruce Wayne and Diana Prince. That's right, Batman and Wonder Woman. I think Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck had pretty good chemistry in Justice League. I did not love Justice League, as some of you may know. I thought it was a step down from Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. I thought the movie was all right in general, but for the most part, very disappointing. One of the things that I did like and take away from it was the chemistry between Bruce and Diana in the movie. I thought both of them played off each other really well, and I would have liked to see more of that, especially since we didn't get much Wonder Woman in Batman v Superman. But to see her work with Batman in Justice League was actually pretty neat, and it did kind of remind me of the Justice League animated TV series, where they did have a little romance going on in that show. So why not bring it in live action? But I guess now that Ben Affleck is not returning as Batman anymore, that's not going to be a possibility. So moving on to number 7 on my list, I have Steve Rogers and Natasha Romanoff. Now, a lot of people if you keep up with my videos, there is a video talking about the Bruce Banner Natasha relationship, and that I don't really want Natasha with Steve because she's with Bruce currently, and I don't want Bruce to break his little heart. But there is a part of me that agrees with people, believe it or not, that yes, I do see that chemistry between Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson, and think, you know, there could be an interesting relationship there. So I am not totally against it. I just feel sorry for Bruce Banner, who, you know, the poor guy, let him have a little love too. That's all I'm trying to say. Next on my list might be an interesting one for you all. Steve Rogers, that's right, he's coming back with Tony Stark. A lot of people are going to be like, what? But think about it. There was some tension going on there in Civil War. We can say, oh no, they were fighting because Tony's mom and dad were killed by Bucky. That's the thing that hurts about true love, is finding out that the person who you love was lying to you the entire time. And that's what Steve did to Tony. Or at least a lot of some people out there would say. Believe me, I've seen the shipping for Captain America and Iron Man, and at first I was like, what? But then when you think about it, it's like the tension is there, and it is real. So it is possible Tony and Steve could be in a relationship one day after they sort things out at the end of Endgame, because that's going to happen, and it's going to end with some making out session. I don't know. So let's move on to number 5, Rey and Finn. That's right, Star Wars. You guys are fans of Star Wars. What happened to Finn in The Last Jedi, right? He went to Rose. I was okay with the character of Rose. I know a lot of people didn't like that character, but I think a lot of people agreed that Finn and Rey should have been together, because why not? They had great chemistry in The Force Awakens. Why did you tear them apart? I have no idea. Rian Johnson, what's going on? Did you not like the Rey and Finn relationship in The Force Awakens? I'm pretty sure you saw it like everybody else, and that was something that everybody seemed to agree on that was actually pretty good, and was hoping it would move in that direction. But no, didn't happen. I don't know why. Look, I don't want them to kill off Rose now, because I like Rose. I think she's a cool character. I just think the romance between her and Finn was meh. Moving on to number 4, Drax and Mantis. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is so enjoyable to me, and I love every scene that Drax and Mantis share together. Even in the little bit they have in Avengers Infinity War, Drax and Mantis make a really cool team. And I think Drax is like hiding his feelings about Mantis, calling her ugly and stuff. That's terrible. But I think it's his way to suppress his feelings, his true feelings for Mantis, that he's hiding, because he still had a wife and kid in the past, and he doesn't want to forget about them, and maybe he's scared to make a commitment because he doesn't want to forget about them. But Mantis, he can't deny his feelings, so to deny it, he's calling her ugly, and you're beautiful on the inside though. But that's really him, hiding how he really feels about Mantis. That's what I think. So I think those two should get together in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm pretty sure James Gunn was gaining towards that. Who knows? Moving on to number 3. Here we go. Harry Potter fans, this is for you. Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy. I know what you're going to say. It's a terrible idea, but this is very similar to Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, because there was a lot of tension in that bathroom scene. I'm telling you, go back and watch Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and you'll see in that washroom scene, they're fighting, they're duking it out, but I think that was both of them getting out, their urges for each other. And because once Harry kills Draco, Harry looks like, oh shit, I killed the person I loved, and shit goes down. But then what's his name? Professor Snape brings Draco back to life, and all is happily ever after. And obviously Harry goes to Ginny, but that doesn't make sense. Nobody felt any chemistry with those two characters. Draco and Harry had more chemistry than Ginny and Harry. So I'm just saying. But you know who had more chemistry with Harry than Draco? Hermione. That's right. Hermione, Emma Watson, and Daniel Radcliffe. What is this? Why did Hermione end up with Ron. That made no sense. This is my number 2 pick, Harry Potter and Hermione Granger. That should have been a couple. That didn't happen. I have no idea why. Maybe the writers... You know what's funny is that J.K. Rowling actually admitted that she should have ended Harry with Hermione. See, even the writers of the books saw the movies and said, you know what? Those two have good chemistry. I should have ended it like that in the books. I agree. What's wrong with you? Too bad we can't rewrite the past. Unfortunately, she ends up with Ron. But maybe in some fan fiction somewhere, Hermione divorces with Ron and goes to Harry. Moving on to the final characters on my list, I have Rocket Raccoon and Nebula. That's right. Rocket Raccoon, I think, should be paired up with Nebula, Gamora's sister. Why not? Both of them have terrible pasts. Both of them are half machines. They were clearly messed with and tortured and torn apart and then put back together as something else. So I think they share a lot in common. And a lot of people might be at first, oh, bestiality. Remember, we don't know what Rocket really is. He looks like a raccoon, but he could be something else. Maybe a sweet rabbit, for all we know. And Nebula, I think both of them are verbally abusive. And I don't know where I'm going with this one, but I don't know. It would be an interesting relationship, don't you think? No? Okay, well, whatever. But anyways, this is my list, guys. I hope you like it, and I hope you guys all have a happy Valentine's Day. I thought this would be a fun video to do, so it will be interesting to see what the reactions will be to some of my choices, or maybe some of you just turned off halfway through and you're like, this is a waste of time. And I won't take any offense to that. So with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, take care.